Yes, that is how we roll. And then the major thing, and then the question is that what have you done to change the situation? In poverty fighters, we do a lot of things. We said we cure poverty of the pocket and then that of the stomach. This is a paddy rice. And then we were trying to use different methods of processing this paddy rice. That is why you can see that just a small portion. And then what we do, we soak it for like 3 days so that fermentation can take place. The essence is that we need to kill some under anti-growth agents that may have effect on human health. So during that fermentation, all those things have to be eliminated. Then before, our usual way of processing this rice is that you parboil it in the evening, half done, and then the next morning when you do the completion, the finishing. So thank God this one with some people we don't believe that it will work, but we are just trying to show that whichever way, the major target is for the rice itself to imbibe enough water so that when you are going to do the processing, finishing, and then it will be fine. So that the challenge some people are having is that when they process their rice, you go to market to buy some rice. You see, when you break the seed of this rice, you can see whitish color in some of patches of whitish colors in the rice. Reason being that it doesn't soak enough water to make sure that things cook well. So that's why you notice all of this. So that's why if you go to the market, you want to buy rice, you see those that knows, they know the kind of rice they buy from the market. Now in poverty fighters, if you take any of our sample and then you check it very well, all those problems is taken care of. So we are feeding people with organic food, pure organic. So we don't use any additive. That is why we say, come and join us. Let's learn together because nobody is Ireland or land of learning. We learn together, we learn every day. So the way you know how to process it, come and learn additional ways. Then all of us, when we join hands together, we can do this fight together. So the essence is that our state code for the year is that if you leave yourself and the people around you the way they are, when you die, you don't know them. Why? If you look at that statement, you look at it, it's so funny. Most people, the conclusion of this statement is that they will laugh. Why? Because why you are still living around you, you see people, you need a kind of, there are ways in which you can touch people's life, and then you're not doing anything. You think that when you die, you make heaven. No. Rather, bring those people close to you, let them know the way they are doing their things. Do you know a better way they can handle it that will be better for them? Tomorrow, yes, people will remember, yes, this guy has made me to know what I didn't know before. So that is what we are doing. In poverty fighters, we have a lot of things to discuss. We have a lot to do to share with our people. But the major thing is that what have you been doing? What do you intend to do? In the nearest future, what is your plan? Look around, people around you. You think, yes, you are well endowed with all the resources you need to survive in this world. But what of your neighbors? The condition you are today, your life is better. You think those your neighbors, their own is better as well? If it is not, what have you done to achieve that? Then, what do you think you can do to help them as well? To liberate them from the situation they are in? So that is what we are saying in poverty fighters. So we don't brag too much. But the major thing is that we tell you the reality. If you can see from the landscape, you can see from behind me, you see these are land they use for what? Rice cultivation. It's a Fadama lowland area. They use it for rice cultivation. But now, see, building, they are erecting structures now. That is to say, the land resources we have is limited. So I just a kind of take a stroll from my house to this point, and it's almost 3 kilometers journey. I just need to set out to meet some of our people to see the way they are doing their things. So that is why I'm here today. So I hope as you are listening to me now, think, what do you think you can do differently that will change your life? If you don't change any life, don't complain tomorrow. People always say that yes, my children are good, they don't have any problems. If they are associating with people, other people, they say, no, why are you associating yourself with them? I'm asking you now, do you think if your own children are better, tomorrow, those other people, do you think they will leave your children to survive? They will not leave your children. So, if you see any negative things against anybody, your neighbors, your children's neighbor, correct it. If you don't correct it, definitely one day they'll come back to you. That is the word. What have you been doing? What do you think you can do differently to change the scenario? That is just simple. That is what we are saying. Think. Today is a new day. Is it new you? You have new ideas. Because when we wake up from the sleep, we wake up with different ideas. But if you didn't put it into practice, you are still going to bed with it. So think. All your dreams yesterday, put them into action so that we can see that yes, enough of this nonsense they call us the property headquarters of the world. That is what all of us we are trying to avoid. You can see this man, he don't want to kind of be scaring the bird, that is the chicken, from eating the rice. They just use this logic to deter the chicken from the rice. So when it's somehow far from the where he spread the rice, just a kind of shake this and then it will scare the bird away from the rice. So that is what we are saying. Just bring something new so that people will learn from you. Thank you very much. And then as you are looking at us now, think, what can you do differently? That is our point now. Thank you.
So I get you all. As we always said, I said, what can you do differently? So yesterday we tried to show our viewers the way we start the processing of the rice, and then after milling the rice from the using the milling machine. So now this is another way of putting those rices into use. And then now we are doing something. You can see it is whitish in color, and we call it, what do we call it, madam? Agidi. Agidi. Now real agidi, you can. So some people call it eko, and then some people call it agidi. So the major thing there is that yes, we know these are normal rice, but we can kind of turn it to different uses. Now this one, they are going to use it to create what we call agidi. But most of us, we believe that agidi is always produced using corn. But that we are telling you now, we can still use rice. And then if you use the one produced using the rice, you know that definitely rice is more better than the one you are using the corn. And then if you even look at the value of the rice and the corn, you know rice is more somehow valuable compared to the corn. So we are going to start the processing of the agidi. Already we've grind it from the engines. We made it into paste. Now we are kind of trying to add water to make it somehow light so that we can filter it using the sieve, which you see this woman holding now. We call it sieve. So what she's doing is just a kind of, she mix it up, and then after mixing it, then it's going to kind of filter it, use this rubber and the water that you can see. So that is what we are going to be looking at. So what way do you think you are doing your own again? This is the way we are doing our own here now. That is what we are trying to show. Okay, look at what we are saying. You can see now. Yes, she's turning the water, making it more light, so that during sieving now you'll be able to sieve it very light, and anything will come down. Especially, as we always said, we are in agricultural hub. You can see this man coming on a bike. What is bringing for us is corn. So we are not talking of the corn now. Barka dai. Ya fi Allah. Ya gajiya. Masara din ne. Yawa ka kai mata gidan. Hey, so that is the corn. When we finish the right aspect, we are going to discuss how we use agidi, how we can use corn to produce the agidi. As you can see, that blind man just brought the corn. Then at the end of it, now we are going to do the processing, and then we'll still show you how you do the agidi using the corn. This one is specially made from rice, and it's made by a special woman. As you can see, Hannah, she's very kind of nice woman, and she knows how to do it very well. Please, once they finish this agidi, if you just need it, just let me know. I'll just kind of contact her, and then she'll go to give you a bite of it, so that at least when you taste it, you say yes, you are tasting something real, something real. So you understand. So you can see she's doing the sieving now. As I said earlier, this is how she roll. You can see gradually, you see. So I'm trying to kind of see, you see it's coming, and that the work is somehow tedious, but at least as a Nigerian woman, people that are not lazy, they do this kind of thing with one mind, and then they feel that it's just normal for them to do it. So that is why you can see she's doing it comfortably, no complaint. I know she's a smart woman. You can see her from the video that yeah, she's a kind of smart woman. She knows how to do it very well. Me, I've tasted it before. That is why I say, okay, let me just come and share with you. As she's doing it now, let's see at the end of it now. We'll discuss. When you taste it, you analyze it. What is the taste? How do you feel about it? So let me not say much again. Maybe this was one step of it. After filtering it, it's going to kind of allow it to settle a bit. Then that is where you come to the cooking process. How to cook the agidi and make it into the real agidi proper. This is the filtering process. I think you can see. This is Poverty Fighter Squad. As you can see, we are discussing what we can do differently to change the scenario. You can see that woman. She just a kind of want to a kind of consume the little pap made from. No, this woman, they are wonderful. They do different kind of things. Yeah, we'll talk of agidi. Maybe in our next show is going to be how to produce the ekam the special way. And then when you taste it, my brother, you will find us anywhere our location is. I'm not bragging about it. That is the truth. I will give you a taste of the akamu and the agidi. When you taste it, whew, tomorrow you ask, where do you see that agidi? So that is the major thing I want to kind of tell you. How do you do it differently? We said, if you leave people around you the way they are and you die without making any plan or change anything, you will not make heaven. That is the word of the year. He said, if you see things are going wrong, what have you done to change the scenario? That is the major thing. If you are not doing anything and then you are complaining, then ask yourself, you will not make heaven. That is what we are saying. And then we believe it like that. Check now, no any religion's book that says you should kind of be lazy and sit and be complaining. No, he said make a move. Try and look for your daily bread, and then it shall be given to you. Ask, it shall be given to you. So you don't know how to do one thing or the other, ask, and then they will tell you how to do it. That is what we are after. Hope you enjoy it. After the featuring, we are going to the fire, how to cook it, and then to turn it to agidi proper. Thank you very much for watching. Hope to meet you. Enjoy your viewing. As we said, thank you viewers. As we said from the beginning, we start from the processing, the way we use the whole method to process the rice. And then after milling, we need to soak the rice, and we took it to the engine. We ground it into paste. And then initially I showed you when they were doing the filtering, they filter the rice. So you can see we allowed it to settle down for a while. After we bring in what we call decantation, so we decant the excess water after the settled, right? So from the one that settled down, that is what we are going to use to produce the agidi, as we said earlier. So you can see the water is on the fire. After we take it to the boiling point, you know now in the village where we are, we use firewood. We don't have that is the essence of what we are saying. The Poverty Fighters is looking for where we can change people's life.
and then in what way you are trying to change the people's life in your own aspect. So that is what we are saying now. You can see when we take the water to a boiling point, when it started boiling, then you see the process. Just keep watching. Then at the end of it, will give you are going to see. You let people taste how the agidi is being made in our own local way. I don't know how you produce your own agidi, but what I'm saying, you know how to produce agidi, but you are using corn, but we are using rice now. That is what is the difference. So I want you to take it back and then put more attention to it, how it's being done. After then, maybe when we take a bite, so we'll be able to. You can see now they are turning the dough, the paste, mix into the pot. So as it's inside the pot now, there's going to be a kind of continuous turning, which is going to take place inside the pot. So we'll allow it when it is done, you see the color will change from this pure white to somehow milky color. So then you see if it is done from the color to be able to tell ourselves that yes, it is ready. So just keep watching. Agidi, how are you doing it in your own way? This is the way we are doing our own. What about you? Let's watch.
Okay, woman, can you just talk to us? Well, how do you people call this agidi in your own local dialect?
Echo.
Eko, wonderful. It's really Eko because I can see the way it's echoing with the fire. Okay, now after you do this Eko, are you going to sell it? Because the way I'm looking at this is something that I'm just a kind of feeling hungry now. I just want to take a bite how it will sound in my mouth. So are you going to sell it to us? Abi, you are just doing it for your own personal consumption?
For me, I'm doing for my own
Personal consumption.
personally.
Wonderful.
Even without soup, you can give children.
Wonderful.
Them food. Give them, soak them with water.
Okay.
Give them food without soup.
So this woman, is she your friend? Abi, what is she doing? Abi, she want to
My
learn.
neighbor.
She's your neighbor.
To learn.
Want to learn how to do the agidi. Madam, sorry, do you know how to eat the agidi?
I know how to eat the agidi better. This is rice type. So I don't know how to prepare this one. I want to learn how to prepare it.
Wonderful.
Not only eating it.
So indirectly, this woman is impacting your own life. That is by teaching you how to do this thing.
Yes.
So, are you going to pay her for the job? Abi just a kind of free as a neighbor concern?
As a neighbor concern, she wants to help me.
Wonderful. That is, you are a good neighbor. Then God bless you, madam. Okay. So me, I'm just a kind of witness for the first time, and then I want to let my people know that yes, we believe rice, we eat rice, but there are other ways you can convert this rice to. That is what we call you initiate your own ideas and then sell it out to people. Let them learn from you. So in that way, we are touching other people's life because once you eat rice, some people they can't be continuously eating rice in their houses, but at the time you know how to convert it to different forms, then the consumption will be easy for you. Then you use one thing to create many things from you. That is how the ideas. We say that if you know how to do it, how are you doing it in your own way? What have you done to change the scenario? She's doing something now to change the scenario. That is to say, it's not going to be the rice she thought of, but now it's going to be doing something else. Hello, boy. What's your name? What is your name? Do you know how to eat this agidi? Do you know how to eat it? Will you give me small? Let me have a taste of it. Are you sure? So do you say your mommy? You tell your mommy thank you for a kind of converting this rice into something else for you. Do you tell her thank you? Okay, that's good, boy. As we can see now, gradually the paste is somehow turning indirectly somehow sticky now, but it has not come to the way we want it. We want it to something that it can form, so that when you can dish it out without being watery. So we just a kind of with little patience and then continuous turning like this. That is when how we are going to achieve that thickness. So you can see it's continuous stirring it like that, and it will come to form. So that is what we are expecting to see in a few minutes. Just be patient, and then that is agidi in our own way. So the turning continues until when we get the thickness we want. So as we said earlier, just be patient. We are learning every day. I have not done it before, but I'm learning from this woman how the agidi is done using the rice. That is the major thing. So keep watching. Well done work, madam. So you can see it's getting thicker now. So that is the time we are looking for. That is near to when we are going to test this agidi. I think some people are just making sound. I don't know what the sound mean. Either I'm ready to eat or I'm waiting to see how the taste of it is. I don't know. So let's see what is going to be. Agidi about to done. And then when it's done, I don't know what they are going to serve us with. Either they are going to serve us like this, or with whatever, we don't know. But she's saying ogbono. Me, I don't know what is ogbono until I see it with my eyes. All right, I'm waiting to see the taste of rice agidi. That is the point.
We want what we can do with our hands.
So that is why you are doing the agidi.
Yes.
That is very wonderful. You're a wonderful woman. I don't know. We have agile people in this country, but the only problem we have is that we don't have someone that will tell us this is what we. You need government support. Yes, definitely. Yes, we need government support.
At least this right now, we need money to farm it more.
That is good.
We need money.
Thank God. No, I'm even happy because yes, when you produce this here rice yourself, no matter how little it is, you know what you are eating. That is why we are campaigning for organic food. As we are eating organic food, you are eating healthy, not eating what and what you don't know how they take to produce it. Thank God for this woman. She said that she produced this rice herself. No any additives. She didn't add any fertilizer. Rather, the place she planted the rice is an organic way. That is to say, the land is fertile, no need of any inorganic fertilizer. And then she's preparing the agidi herself now. She parboiled the rice. I was there. Initially, you saw when we were doing the parboiling. So we dry it, we took it to the engine and then we mill it. After the milling, they grind it again. As we see that time when she was a kind of doing the filtering.
So that we will bring it into market, people will buy, and we will share for people that will join us to enjoy the agidi rice.
It's a very good initiative. As you start small, no matter how, gradually you will get to that point. But one thing I want to assure you is that the government cannot help everybody. Rather, we think of how we can kind of help ourselves to liberate ourselves from poverty. That's the main point. What can we do differently using what we have? Because as you said, some people are still here in Abuja here. They say, no, I leave my community to come to Abuja to come and do what? Farming. No, you didn't come here to do farming. But are you telling me those that are doing farming, they are not human beings? They are human beings like us. And if you don't want to farm on yourself, but you can see people around you, they farm, you go to the market to buy. You are enriching those people while you are making yourself, enslaving yourself for those people. Because what we are saying, so you want it to be strong, well. Okay. All right, but I hope it will not be a type that I'll eat and then it will be strong like stone anyway. But although I've not tested it. So
when we are using it pepper soup,
wonderful.
Add water. That it will get soft.
Okay.
So when we are going to eat that with ogbono,
okay.
Strong, small, so that you hold
your belly. Wonderful. So that is to say, it's not only apple that will make people to be strong. That is to say, even this agidi, when it's strong, you eat it to see who you're.
Vegetable.
Okay.
Oh, go stew.
Okay, I'm waiting. Let me see how the taste of the agidi is going to look like. So that is what me I'm looking. I'm waiting to.
Cold water. And drink it.
Eh? You do what?
You damn it your hand.
With
as they used to do tuwo.
Wonderful.
You do it like that with cold water and drink.
You drink it again.
Yes.
Why? That is very good. That's why you are making a lot of things from just single rice. Now, I'm happy to hear all of this. That is the essence of we.
doing the talking. We want people to know that there are a lot you can do with the little resources you have. If you say you have rice, you can't continue be eating only rice in the house. You can convert it to different forms, and then when you are eating it, then you think that yes, you are eating another thing. Meanwhile, you are still eating from the same plant crop, which you think is waste of time when you are doing the planting or whatever. No, it's now you can see it has turned to food. If you look around you now, there are still people during the farming, they didn't follow you to the farm, but now you are eating this thing, it's as if they just dash you. So that is joy. That is the joy in farming. So what we advise our people now is not just to farm and for your own family consumption. Rather, we think on how we can do the farming and then take it out so that people can buy. As you are selling to people to buy, you are enriching your pocket, and then that is when you see yes, there's joy in farming, because we don't believe people can be better while doing farming. But I'm telling you now categorically that I'm 100% sure that when you concentrate on farming, you can feed the nation. And then when you are feeding them, definitely something is coming into your pocket. So that is what we are saying. Poverty Fighter Squad. Produce from the right. As we said, there has a lot of work, but it takes patience. A woman with patience do this like if you even look at the way, the closeness of the woman to the fire itself is another thing. So if you are seeing this situation now, one, how can you do it differently? We are using firewood. Do you think if you use charcoal it will still be possible? Yes. If you use gas, it will be possible. Yes. So what we are saying now is how, what can you do differently? So a lot, almost the agidi is almost ready, and then what we are waiting for now is just for us to kind of take a bite of how the taste of the agidi. So keep watching. We are going to share a lot of videos on different ways of what you can do it yourself. The question is that what have you done to change the scenario? If you see what we are doing is not working, what have you done to change it to a better way that you think is working for you? This young boy here is waiting to taste the agidi because I don't know, because me I don't taste it before. Him is have been tasting the agidi, you know how sweet the agidi is. That is why he's waiting already, he's eager to even eat it now. Nobody even said it now. He has taken his own cup. He said that he just wants his mother to just dish the agidi inside the water for him, and then you make it do, and then you just drink it like that. And I add sugar, he doesn't add anything. Fine, I don't know how he's going to drink it, but he believes that when they just dish for him, he's satisfied. So, are you ready to eat the agidi? Can you consume the whole of this agidi? No. But like how many people half of it, you know? Can you eat the half of it? So I love this one because he's a very smart guy. He knows how to do the agidi. Before I even met the mother, he was trying to explain to me how the agidi is being done in their own way. He's just a small boy that he kind of just listen to advice of what they are doing. It's a good one and then very good. So thank you for the effort. I'm waiting. Let me see how it's going to look like the taste of the agidi. Thank you.